Fiona's hands won't stop shaking. Not from the cold, not from the rain soaking through her jacket, from what she's about to do. The envelope in her palm holds $214, every penny she has left in the world. She was fired 3 hours ago. Rent is due in 4 days. Her phone service gets cut off tomorrow. Her fridge has mustard packets and nothing else. And she's standing in front of a homeless man, about to give it all away. Welcome back, my amazing Pride family. Your unwavering support means everything to me, and I'm beyond grateful for each of you. Every day, I strive to improve and bring you the best stories, because I know you deserve nothing less. If this is your first time here, I encourage you to leave a comment telling me where you're watching from and hit that subscribe button. By doing so, you become part of this incredible journey, and together, we'll continue sharing stories that matter. I can't do this without you, so let's get into today's story. The man sits hunched near the bus stop, coat torn at the elbow, hair unwashed and streaked grey. One shoe is missing a lace. String holds it together. He doesn't hold a sign, doesn't ask for anything. Just sits there like the world already forgot about him. Fiona knows that feeling. She kneels on the wet concrete. Rain seeps into her jeans. Her heart pounds so hard it hurts. Sir. He lifts his head slowly. His eyes are dark, exhausted. He looks young but broken. I'm fine, he says. His voice cracks. She pulls out the envelope. His eyes go wide. No, don't do that. You need this. But you... He stares at the cash visible inside. That's everything, isn't it? Yes. Then why? Fiona's throat tightens. The rain runs down her face. She can't tell if she's crying or if it's just water. Because I know what it feels like when nobody sees you anymore. She presses the envelope into his hands before she can change her mind, before logic can stop her, before fear can pull her back. Wait! He tries to speak, but she's already standing. She turns and walks away. Empty pockets, heavier heart, no plan, no safety net, nothing. Just the strange, terrifying piece of choosing someone else over herself. Across the street, a black SUV sits with its engine running. Inside, a man in an expensive suit grips the steering wheel. His knuckles are white. His eyes are locked on the homeless man holding the envelope. He reaches for his phone, hands trembling. Sir, he says when the call connects, you need to see this. See what? A woman she just gave him everything. Silence on the other end. What do you mean everything? I mean she gave a homeless man her last dollar and walked away. No pictures, no video, no audience. She just did it. More silence. Then, find out who she is. Now. The SUV door opens. The man steps out into the rain. Fiona disappears around the corner, unaware that she's being followed. Unaware that the homeless man she just saved isn't homeless at all. And completely unaware that her life just became very, very dangerous. She didn't know it yet. But this was the last normal decision she would ever make. Fiona walks 3 blocks before her legs start to shake. What did you just do? The question loops in her mind, louder each time. She gave away everything. Not half, not most, everything. Her apartment is 6 blocks away. Each step feels heavier than the last. The rain picks up. Cold water slides down her neck, soaks her back. She doesn't speed up. There's nowhere to rush to. Her phone buzzes in her pocket. She pulls it out. Final notice from the phone company. Service ends tomorrow unless she pays $65. She has $0. Her stomach twists. Not just from hunger, from the weight of what she's done. Behind her, the homeless man stares at the envelope like it might disappear. Junho's fingers tremble, not from cold, from shock. She gave him everything. He heard what she said. knew what it felt like to be invisible. He saw how her voice cracked, how her hands shook when she pressed the cash into his palm. She had nothing left, and she chose him anyway. No one does that, not without wanting something back, not without cameras recording, not without an audience to witness their goodness. But she just walked away. The SUV door opens. A man in a black suit appears, moving fast. His face is tight with urgency. "Sir, we need to move. Now." Jun-ho doesn't respond. He's still staring at the cash. "Sir, find her." The man stops. "What?" "The woman who just left." Jun-ho's voice is quiet but sharp as a blade. "I want to know everything about her." "Everything? Her name? Her address? Where she works? Why she's on this street? Everything." The man nods once and pulls out his phone. Jun-ho stands slowly, legs unsteady. He climbs into the SUV. The door closes. The engine hums. Through the tinted window, he watches Fiona disappear around a corner. She didn't ask his name, didn't ask for proof he needed help. She just believed him. The SUV pulls away from the curb. Rain streams down the windows. Jun-ho closes his eyes. For the first time in 5 weeks, he feels something other than rage, something that terrifies him more than any enemy ever has. Guilt, because she saved him, and she has no idea what she just started. The moment her fingers left the envelope, something unseen began to move. Fiona climbs the stairs to her apartment in complete darkness. The third-floor hallway light is broken again. She fumbles for her keys, hands still damp. The lock sticks. It always does. Inside, the silence presses down like a weight. She locks the door, leans against it, slides down to the floor. The fear comes fast now. What have you done? What have you done? She sold her laptop last month, her jewelry 2 months before that, her grandmother's necklace, the only thing left from her family, went to a pawn shop for $80. There's nothing left to sell, nothing left to trade, nothing left except the choice she already made. She moves to the kitchen, opens the fridge. Mustard packets stare back at her. She closes it and sits at the small table. Her notebook is open. A list of places she'll try tomorrow for work. Gas stations, grocery stores, cleaning services. The list is long. Her hope isn't. She puts her head in her hands and breathes slowly. "You don't regret it," she tells herself. "You know you don't." That's what scares her most. Across the city, the SUV pulls into an underground garage beneath a building that doesn't exist on any map. Jun-ho steps out. 2 men in suits flank him immediately. They move through a steel door, down a hallway lit by harsh white lights. A private medical clinic waits at the end. Doctors appear instantly, checking vitals, reaching for equipment. "Just clean the cuts," Jun-ho says. They obey without question. He sits on a medical table, still holding the envelope. The cash is damp, wrinkled, real. The man from the SUV approaches carefully. "We have preliminary information." "Go." "Her name is Fiona, 28 years old, lives 6 blocks from where you were. Worked at a diner on 5th Avenue for 3 years, got fired this morning." Jun-ho's jaw tightens. "Why?" "Manager cited downsizing, but our source says he's been looking for an excuse. She asked for time off last year when her aunt died. He never forgave her for it." Silence fills the room. "Debt?" "Some. Nothing major. Rent is due Friday. $850. She has 0 in her account as of 20 minutes ago." Jun-ho stares at the envelope in his hands. She gave him her rent money, knew she had nothing left, did it anyway. "What else?" he asked quietly. "No family. Divorced 3 years ago. Husband cleaned out their joint account and disappeared. She's been alone ever since." The doctor finishes bandaging a cut on Junho's forearm. He doesn't flinch. For 20 years, he ruled through fear. Loyalty was bought with threats. Respect was earned with violence. And then a woman with empty pockets looked at him like he was still worth saving. "Double the watch on her," he says. "I want to know everywhere she goes, everyone she talks to. And if someone approaches her?" Junho's eyes go cold. Then they disappear. That woman had just done what no enemy ever had. She disarmed him. Junho Park didn't always sleep on streets. 5 weeks ago, he walked into rooms and men stood without being asked. He signed contracts worth millions with a single nod. Controlled territory from Seoul to Seattle. Built an empire on precision and fear. People whispered his name like a curse. But power attracts betrayal faster than blood attracts sharks. It came from family. Min-jae, his cousin, trusted for 15 years, part of the inner circle. Close enough to know every weakness. The poison arrived during an investor meeting. A drink, whiskey, smooth going down. Bitter 30 seconds later. Junho's vision blurred, mid-sentence. His chest tightened. His heart stuttered. He reached for the table but missed. He hit the floor hard. Min-jae stood over him, watching, waiting. "Nothing personal, cousin," Min-jae said. "You taught me well. Eliminate threats before they eliminate you. I'm not..." Junho couldn't finish. "You're getting soft, hesitating. That makes you weak. And weakness gets people killed." Junho's security burst through the door. Too late. Min-jae was already gone, vanished into the chaos. They got Junho to a doctor, pumped his stomach, saved his life by minutes. But Min-jae moved faster than medicine. Within hours the word spread. Junho Park is dead. Killed by rivals, body burned, empire available. The lie worked perfectly. Factions turned on each other within days. Allies became enemies. 20 years of careful construction collapsed in 72 hours. Junho woke up in a safe house, weak and furious. His second in command sat by the bed. "We have to move you. Min-jae's. People are hunting everyone connected to you." "Let them hunt," Junho whispered. "And do what?" "Let them think I'm dead." "For how long?" Junho didn't answer. He disappeared that night. No guards, no money, no weapons. Just the clothes on his back and a new understanding of invisibility. For 5 weeks, he lived on Seattle streets, slept in alleys, ate from dumpsters, learned how people look through you when you own nothing. Every day stripped something away. His pride, his certainty, his belief that power mattered more than anything. He thought about ending it more than once. Then she appeared. A woman who had nothing gave him everything. Not for recognition, not for reward, not because she knew who he was, because she saw him as human. That broke something inside him, something that had been stone for 20 years. Now, sitting in the clinic with her money in his hands, Junho understands the truth. He ruled through fear his entire life, but fear never saved him. Kindness did, and he doesn't know what that means. But he knows one thing for certain. No one will hurt her, not while he's still breathing. Fiona doesn't sleep. She lies on her mattress staring at the ceiling. The apartment is silent except for the hum of the refrigerator and distant traffic. Her mind runs the same calculations over and over. Rent, $850. Due Friday. Phone, $65. Gets cut off tomorrow. Food, $0. Zero food. Money in account, 0. There's no version of this math where she survives. She rolls onto her side, pulls the thin blanket tighter. The fear sits on her chest like a living thing. You made a choice, she tells herself. You knew what it would cost. Knowing doesn't make it easier. Around 3 in the morning, she gives up. She sits at her kitchen table and opens her notebook. Writes down every place she can try for work today. The list grows to 15 places. Her hope stays at 0. By 5, she's dressed and walking out the door. The sun isn't up yet. The streets are empty. She has 8 hours before the phone company cuts her service. After that, no one can reach her. No job can call her back. She walks toward downtown. Hits a gas station first. "We're not hiring," the manager says without looking up. She tries a grocery store. Fill out an application online. She tries a cleaning company. "We'll call you." They won't. By noon, she's hit 11 places. Every answer is the same. "No, not hiring. Try somewhere else." Her feet hurt. Her stomach is empty. Her hope is dying. Across the city, Jun-ho sits in a private office on the 10th floor. His men brought him clean clothes, food, medicine. He looks normal now, composed, like the man he used to be. But he doesn't feel normal. The envelope sits on his desk. He hasn't put it down since yesterday. A knock on the door. "Come in." His second-in-command enters holding a tablet. "Full report." He slides it across the desk. Jun-ho reads in silence. Fiona's entire life is there. Her childhood in Atlanta. Her parents' car accident when she was 19. Her community college scholarship. Her marriage at 23. Her divorce at 25, when her husband emptied their account and vanished. Every loss, every betrayal, every moment she got knocked down, and she kept getting up. She's been job hunting since sunrise, his second says. Hit 11 places so far, all rejected her. Why? Bad reference from the diner. Managers telling people she was unreliable. Jun-ho's knuckles go white. Is that true? No, she worked double shifts, never missed a day, never complained. Then why? Because he's petty. She asked for 3 days off when her aunt died last year. He said yes, but never forgave her for asking. Silence. Jun-ho closes the tablet slowly. For 20 years he operated on one rule. Power protects itself. Mercy was weakness. Compassion was liability. Emotion was a weapon enemies used to destroy you. But Fiona had no power to leverage. No angle to exploit. She just cared. That terrifies him more than any enemy. What do you want to do? His second asks carefully. Jun-ho stares at the envelope. He thinks about Min-jae, about the betrayal, about reclaiming his empire. Then he thinks about Fiona kneeling on wet concrete, giving him her future without hesitation. Find out who she owes money to, he says quietly. Every creditor, every debt, every threat. And then, handle it. How? Jun-ho looks up. His eyes are cold steel. Quietly, she doesn't know who I am yet, and she can't. Not until I understand why she did it. His second nods and leaves. Jun-ho sits alone. For the first time in his life, he doesn't know his next move. Revenge makes sense. Power makes sense. But kindness, that doesn't fit into any plan he's ever made. By morning, he would make a decision that would end lives, or change his own. Friday arrives like a death sentence. Fiona sits on her apartment floor at 6 in the morning, staring at the eviction notice slipped under her door. 3 days. That's all she has left. Her phone died yesterday. No way to charge it. No way for anyone to reach her, even if they wanted to hire her. She's invisible now, completely. She stands slowly, legs shaking from hunger. She hasn't eaten in 2 days. Water from the tap keeps her alive, but barely. She needs to move, keep searching, keep trying. The alternative is the street. She grabs her jacket and leaves. Downtown Seattle is crowded with morning commuters. Fiona walks past coffee shops filled with people buying $5 lattes. Her stomach cramps. She tries a restaurant, a hotel, a department store. No, no, no. By noon, she's tried 6 more places. By 2, she's sitting on a bench near Pike Place Market, watching tourists take pictures. She feels watched. It's strange, a tingling at the back of her neck, like eyes are following her everywhere she goes. She turns around, scans the crowd. Nothing unusual, just paranoia, she tells herself. Hunger makes you imagine things, but she's not imagining anything. 50 feet away, a man in a dark jacket watches her from behind a newspaper. His earpiece is nearly invisible. His eyes never leave her. He speaks quietly into his wrist. The subject hasn't eaten in 48 hours. She's weak. Stay on her, a voice responds through the earpiece. Report any changes. Copy. The man folds his newspaper and follows when Fiona stands. She doesn't see him. She never does. Across the city, Junho sits in his office reading reports. His second-in-command stands at attention. Rent paid. Landlord received a cashier's check this morning from an anonymous donor. He tried to trace it but hit dead ends. Good. Phone service restored. Same method. Untraceable. And the diner manager? His second hesitates. What about him? The one giving her bad references. We haven't touched him yet. Waiting for your orders. Junho's fingers drum on the desk. Leave him. For now. Sir? She doesn't know we're helping her. If her life suddenly gets too easy, she'll ask questions. His second nods slowly. Understood. But if he crosses the line again, Junho's voice drops. Make sure he regrets it. Yes, sir. The door closes. Junho turns to the window overlooking the city. Somewhere out there, Fiona is still searching for work, still struggling, still refusing to give up. He's had enemies tortured for less than what life has done to her. And she's still kind. He doesn't understand it. 20 years in his world taught him one truth. Kindness gets you killed. But Fiona is still alive, still fighting, still choosing dignity over bitterness. His phone buzzes. A text from his surveillance team. Subject heading toward Pioneer Square. Appears weak, possible collapse risk. Junho's jaw tightens. He grabs his coat. Where are you going? His second asks. Out. Sir, that's not safe. Min-jae's people are still... I don't care. He walks out before anyone can stop him. Because watching Fiona suffer from a distance isn't enough anymore. He needs to see her again. Needs to understand why she's still fighting when the world gave her every reason to quit. And maybe, just maybe, he needs to know if kindness can survive in a world built on cruelty. She felt watched, but couldn't see why. Fiona makes it 3 more blocks before her vision blurs. She grabs a streetlight to steady herself. The metal is cold under her palm. The world tilts slightly. Not now. Not here. She breathes slowly, forces her leg to move. 1 more block. 1 more building. 1 more chance. She doesn't see the black car following her, or the second car behind that one. Inside the lead vehicle, Min-jae leans forward, eyes locked on Fiona through the windshield. That's her, he asks. His driver nods. Confirmed. Junho's men have been watching her for 3 days. Min-jae smiles. It doesn't reach his eyes. Interesting. What do you want to do? Nothing. Yet, Min-jae sits back. But keep eyes on her. If my dear cousin is protecting someone, that someone is valuable. You think she's leverage? Everything is leverage if you know how to use it. The car slows as Fiona enters a small cafe. Min-jae watches her through the window. She's talking to someone at the counter, probably asking for work, probably getting rejected. She looks weak, his driver observes. Good. Weak people are easier to control. Should we approach her? Min-jae considers. Not yet. Let Junho's people think they're keeping her safe. Let him get attached. And then we take her. And he'll come running. The driver nods. Min-jae's phone rings. He answers without looking. Yes. We have movement on the Southside accounts, a voice says. Someone's been liquidating assets. Quietly. Junho? Has to be. No one else has those access codes. Min-jae's smile widens. He's planning something. Keep tracking the money. And the woman. The woman is bait. We wait until he reveals himself. Then we take everything. He hangs up. Through the cafe window, Fiona walks out empty-handed. Her shoulders are slumped. Her steps are slower than before. Follow her, Min-jae orders. I want to know everywhere she goes, everyone she talks to, everything. The car pulls away from the curb. Fiona doesn't notice. She's too focused on putting one foot in front of the other. Across the street, hidden in the crowd, one of Junho's men watches Min-jae's car with growing alarm. He speaks into his wrist. We have a problem. What kind of problem? The voice responds. Min-jae just drove past. He's watching the subject. Silence. Then, does he know who she is? Not yet, but he's asking questions. Stay close. Do not engage. I'm sending backup. Copy. The man melts back into the crowd. Fiona keeps walking, unaware that two separate forces are now circling her. One trying to protect, one trying to exploit. And she's in the middle, just trying to survive. She reaches a small park and sits on a bench. Her hands are shaking again. Not from fear this time, from hunger. She closes her eyes, tries to steady her breathing. How much longer can you do this? The question sits heavy in her mind. She's applied to 43 places in 4 days. Not one callback, not one chance. Her phone is back on. She doesn't know how, but no one's calling. Her rent is paid. She definitely doesn't know how, but the landlord won't say who covered it. Something strange is happening. Something she can't explain. But right now, she's too tired to care. She just needs to eat, needs to sleep, needs one thing to go right. A shadow falls across her. She opens her eyes. A man stands in front of her, clean clothes, sharp features, dark eyes. He looks familiar, but she can't place him. Excuse me, he says quietly. Are you all right? Fiona blinks. I'm fine. You don't look fine. I said I'm fine. He studies her for a long moment. Then he pulls something from his pocket, a $20 bill. Take this. Fiona stares at the money. No, please. I don't need charity. It's not charity. His voice is soft. It's a repayment. She looks up at him, confused. For what? He hesitates. Then, for reminding me that good people still exist. He places the 20 on the bench beside her and walks away before she can refuse. Fiona watches him disappear into the crowd. Her hands close around the bill. Something about his voice, something about his eyes. She's seen them before. But where? If they found her first, she would pay for his mercy. Fiona buys a sandwich. It's the first real food she's eaten in 3 days. She sits on the park bench and eats slowly, making it last. The $20 bill saved her life. The man who gave it to her saved her life. But she can't shake the feeling she knows him from somewhere. His eyes, dark and exhausted. She's seen them before. She finishes eating and throws the wrapper away. Her body feels stronger, already. Her mind clearer. She needs to keep moving, keep searching. She stands and turns around. He's there, the same man, standing 10 feet away, watching her. Fiona's heart jumps. Were you following me? No. He takes a step closer. I was making sure you were safe. Safe from what? He doesn't answer immediately. His eyes scan the park, the street, the people walking past. From people who would hurt you because of me. Fiona's stomach tightens. I don't understand. I know. Then explain. He looks at her for a long moment. Something shifts in his expression. Guilt, pain, fear. Do you remember the man you helped 4 days ago? He asks quietly. The one near the bus stop. Fiona goes still. You gave him everything you had, he continues. Didn't ask his name. Didn't ask for anything back. You just gave. Her breath catches. No. That was you. He nods slowly. Fiona's mind races. The homeless man. Torn coat. Unwashed hair. Missing shoelace. This man is clean, composed, dressed like he owns the city. I don't understand, she whispers. I was hiding, he says simply, from people who wanted me dead. I had nothing. No money. No help. No hope. And now I'm back. Back to what? He hesitates. A life I'm not sure I want anymore. Fiona takes a step back. Who are you? My name is Junho. The name means nothing to her, but the way he says it, careful, heavy, tells her it should. Why were people trying to kill you? Because I used to be powerful, and power makes enemies. Used to be. I gave it up. When I was on that street, I realized I didn't want that life anymore. Fiona's mind is spinning. Then why come back? Because of you. Her breath stops. Because you showed me something I'd forgotten, he continues. That kindness exists. That people can choose to help without expecting anything back. And I needed to make sure you were safe. Safe from what? His jaw tightens. From people who know I'm protecting you. I don't need protection. Yes, he says quietly. You do. Why? Because the man who tried to kill me is watching you. And if he thinks you matter to me, he doesn't finish. He doesn't need to. Fiona's world tilts again. But this time, it's not from hunger. It's from fear. Then she realized he hadn't forgotten her. Fiona's voice shakes. What do you mean he's watching me? Junho steps closer. His voice is low, urgent. My cousin, Minjae. He's the one who poisoned me, who tried to take everything I built. Then why isn't he in prison? Because my world doesn't work that way. Your world? Junho's jaw tightens. I ran an organization, controlled territory, made decisions that hurt people. Fiona takes another step back. What kind of organization? The kind you don't want to know about. Her heart pounds. Are you a criminal? He doesn't answer. That's answer enough. I gave you my rent money, she whispers. I gave a crime boss my rent money. You gave a dying man hope. That's not the same thing. It is to me. Fiona's hands are shaking. I need to go. You can't. Watch me. She turns to walk away. Fiona, wait. She freezes. How do you know my name? Silence. She turns back slowly. How do you know my name? I had you investigated. Her stomach drops. You what? I needed to know who you were, why you helped me. If you were sent by who? Her voice rises. I'm a waitress who got fired. I'm nobody. You're not nobody to me. Stop saying that. Her voice echoes across the park. People turn to look. Junho steps closer, voice dropping. Minjae knows I'm alive. He knows I'm protecting someone. And he's watching you to get to me. Then stop protecting me. I can't. Why not? Because you saved my life. The words come out raw. You saved my life when you had every reason to save yourself. And now I owe you. You don't owe me anything. Yes, I do. Fiona's eyes burn. I didn't help you so you'd owe me. I helped you because it was the right thing to do. I know. Then let me go. I can't. Why? Junho looks at her like she's asking him to cut out his own heart. Because if something happens to you because of me, his voice breaks slightly, I won't survive it. The admission hangs between them. Fiona stares at him, this man who used to rule through fear, who hurt people for a living, who built an empire on violence, and now he's standing in front of her, terrified of losing someone he barely knows. "What do you want from me?" she asks quietly. "Let me keep you safe." "For how long?" "Until Minjae is gone." "And then what?" "Then you never have to see me again." Something twists in Fiona's chest. She doesn't understand it. Before she can respond, Junho's phone buzzes. He glances at it. His expression goes cold. "We need to move, now." "What? Why?" "Minjae's people are 2 blocks away. They're coming for you." Fear spikes through Fiona. "How do you know?" "Because I have people watching them, watching you." Her head spins. "This is insane." "I know. I didn't ask for this. I know. I just wanted to help someone. I know." His voice softens. "And that's why I can't let them hurt you." A black SUV pulls up to the curb. The door opens. Junho looks at her. "Trust me. Please." Fiona's entire body screams at her to run. But she looks into his eyes, those same exhausted, desperate eyes from 4 days ago, and sees the truth. He's terrified, not of dying, of failing her. She makes a choice. She gets in the SUV. The door closes. The vehicle pulls away just as 2 cars turn the corner behind them. Junho watches through the rear window, jaw tight. "Did they see us?" Fiona asks. "Doesn't matter. They know where you live, where you go, everything." "So what now?" "Now I end this." "How?" He looks at her. "By doing what I should have done 5 weeks ago, which is take back everything Minjae stole and make sure he never touches you." Fiona's voice is barely a whisper. "Will you have to kill him?" Junho doesn't answer. The silence is answer enough. Loving her would destroy him, but letting her go might kill her. The safe house is 15 miles outside Seattle, small, isolated, protected. Fiona sits on a couch while Junho's men secure the perimeter. She watches him through the window, phone pressed to his ear, giving orders in a language she doesn't understand. He looks different now, harder, colder, more like the man he used to be. He ends the call and comes back inside. "How long do I have to stay here?" Fiona asks. 2 days, maybe 3. "And then it's over." "You keep saying that. But what does over mean?" Junho sits across from her. "It means Minjae won't be a threat anymore. Because you'll kill him. Because he'll understand that coming after you means dying." Fiona leans forward. "I don't want people to die because of me. They're not dying because of you. They're dying because of choices they made." "That's not how it works." "In my world, that's exactly how it works." She stands up, frustrated. "Then maybe I don't want to be in your world." "You're not." "Then why am I here?" "Because my world came to you the moment you gave me that envelope." The words land heavy. Fiona sits back down slowly. "I didn't know." "I know. I just wanted to help." "I know." His voice softens. "And that's the problem. You're good. And good people don't survive in my world. Then why are you protecting me?" Junho is quiet for a long moment. "Because you reminded me what it feels like to be human." Fiona's throat tightens. "I spent 20 years becoming a monster," he continues. "I justified every terrible thing I did by telling myself it was necessary. That power required cruelty. That kindness was weakness." He looks at her. "And then you knelt on wet concrete and proved me wrong." Tears burn at the corners of Fiona's eyes. "I'm not special." "Yes, you are." I'm just someone who made a choice. Exactly. He leans forward. You had nothing, and you chose someone else anyway. That's not ordinary. That's extraordinary. What happens after 2 days? She asked quietly. You go back to your life. And you? I disappear again. Somewhere Minjae can't find me. You're running. I'm choosing. Choosing what? To walk away from power, from violence, from everything I built. Fiona's voice trembles. Because of me. Because of what you showed me. He pauses. Real power isn't controlling people. It's choosing kindness when the world gives you every reason not to. Silence fills the room. Outside, the sun is setting. Orange light streams through the windows. I paid your rent, Junho says suddenly. And your phone bill, anonymously. I didn't want you to know. Fiona's eyes widen. That was you. Yes. Why? Because you gave me everything when you had nothing. And I have everything. It didn't seem fair that you should suffer while I watched. Fresh tears slide down Fiona's cheeks. I also spoke to 3 companies, he continues. Told them you were reliable, honest, hard-working. One of them wants to interview you next week. You didn't have to do that. Yes, I did. Why? Because you deserve a chance, and the world wasn't giving you one. Fiona wipes her eyes. What if I don't want you to disappear? Junho looks surprised. What? What if I want to know that you're okay? He stares at her like she just spoke in code. After everything I told you, he says slowly, everything I've done, you still... I saw who you were on that street, Fiona interrupts. Broken, honest, human. That's the person I helped, and I think that's the person you still are. Junho's composure cracks. For the first time, she sees tears in his eyes. I don't deserve that, he whispers. Maybe not, but I'm giving it to you anyway. She reaches across the space between them, takes his hand. He closes his fingers around hers. 2 people, 2 lives, forever changed by a single moment of selfless kindness. Outside, the sun sets completely. The world continues spinning. And somewhere in a safe house outside Seattle, a fired waitress and a fallen king sit in silence, neither one knowing what comes next, but both knowing, for the first time in a long time, that they're not alone. Some rescues save lives, others rewrite destinies.